Let's bring in Michael Balboni, former New York State Homeland Security Advisor. Michael, welcome. So let's start here at home. It is a busy weekend during the holidays. Plenty of crowds are out doing last-minute shopping. Is there any cause for concern?
Not at this stage. The challenge here, of course, is that we don't truly know the motive, but based upon the information and reporting so far, is that this is an individual who had the counter narrative to what happened 8 years ago, where his perspective so far has been anti-Islam, and the perspective 8 years ago was obviously in furtherance of ISIS and Al-Qaeda. So there isn't this network of terror that was 8 years ago. So therefore, what it looks like right now is that this is an individual who decided to do something on his own. This is the worst case scenario, as you know, for security officials.
Right, which I was going to say is almost more scary when you have one lone individual who can have a level of disgruntlement and issues that they can go off and behave this way. This is a suspect who was taken into custody, reportedly very critical of Germany, posting online about what he called the authorities' tolerance of radical Islam. For those who may share his extreme views, what about that? Does that prospect of a potential copycat attack, does that concern authorities?
So there are three takeaways from this, Alex, that are really profoundly disturbing. The first is this came out of nowhere. And yes, you could be monitoring social media, but for the most part, you're not going to know timing on this and what they're going to do. Secondly, the method of attack is so easily reachable by anybody. It's not like you put a bomb together, get a gun. You just take your car, use it as a weapon. And the third is that, you know, these types of areas, the Christmas market or any type of public gathering, you know, in New York on Halloween years ago, we had a similar incident where a individual drove a car and killed people on a bike path on the right by the Hudson River.
On the west side, so I remember that. Yeah.
Right, remember that? Right. So, and of course, you know, then in Nice in 2016 on Bastille Day, you had the same type of thing. So what is the danger there? There's no way to secure every single public gathering, especially when you don't have timing. You don't have any advance notice, and they're not using something like a bomb that they would have to do activities to try to put it together.
Okay, but at this Christmas market where it happened, there were security measures in place. There were large concrete blocks at the entrance to the market. We see it around here at Rockefeller Center with the beautiful Christmas tree we have sitting outside this building. That driver still found a way to get in. Is it possible to entirely protect large events like this, or will there always be some sort of a risk at places with large crowds?
There will always be some type of risk. Unfortunately, that's the reality that we live in, especially when you have an individual who decides that they're just going to use such a common platform as a vehicle, you know, just going to go in and take it into their own hands. And the other thing we don't talk about, Alex, is that this could be a mental health issue. This individual just could be crazy and they decide to take their lives. And how do you predict that? How do you prevent that? But to your point, you know, large gatherings, yes, we've done a lot post 9/11 to try to protect them, especially in metropolitan areas like New York City. But in these types of cities itself, we used an emergency access lane. Okay, you know, did we anticipate that? How would you stop that? In some ways, he's kind of diabolical in the sense that he used an access road for first responders to commit this attack.
I tell you, it is also sobering, Michael Balboni, to which I say, stay safe, my friend. Thank you.